Hi friends, I was asked to do a tutorial on how to make this scrapbook page in Canva. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. So you're going to come into Canva and we're going to go to the main page and do create to do a new design. And we're going to hit down here at the bottom left, custom size, and change the units to inches. And we're going to do a 12 inch by 12 inch. And create new design. Okay, and then is what we're going to have to do is pull in our scrapbook paper and elements. I downloaded these from Creative Fabrica. So if you come into Creative Fabrica and search for Pink Flamingo Tropical Digital Papers, you can get the same papers that I used today. I am a member of Creative Fabrica. It is so inexpensive. It's like $47 for the year and unlimited downloads, and they've got millions and millions of assets. So I would highly suggest you do that. I will try to put a link below. You may have to copy and paste the link because I don't think I have clickable links yet because I'm such a new channel, but it would definitely be worth the time to look for these things and sign up for them. So you're going to download this. You're going to download, you can do this one, but we're going to use something else. The umbrella is called Beach Umbrella Watercolor Clip Art. And you're going to download this Summer Vibes, I don't know how you say this, Coquet, maybe, bow sunglasses, PNG. And that will get us going. So I have all of these downloaded already. And we're going to go back over here. And to upload them into Canva, you're going to click upload. You don't even have to click upload, honestly. I think you can just open wherever it is that you saved these images. And I've got to come in here to the Pink Flamingo Tropical pages. You can click on the first one. Don't do the very first one because that's just showing you what's in the kit. Click that one and then hold down your shift key and click Pink Flamingo 21, the last one, and we're going to just click and drag over here to Canva. And you'll notice that they'll just start populating here. I don't know why these other pages are staying at the top, but it is what it is. And then we are going to go back over to my folder and come up to where I downloaded these other ones. We're going to drag and drop the umbrella. And then we will drag and drop the cute little bow Summer Vibes into here. And when the little blue bar is done, then you know it's all ready to go. Okay, we're going to get started. Oh my goodness, I didn't know we had this page. That's kind of cute. Okay, but I'm going to stick to what I kind of did in the picture, and we started with this pink paper. We're going to just extend this out the whole size of this, okay? And then we're going to grunge it up, but I'm going to wait for a minute. And we're going to go to our next thing, which is going to be a circle. So you're going to click elements. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Elements. And you're going to do a search for a circle. Okay, sorry. I gotta refix my microphone here. All right, we're gonna click this little shape of circle, and you'll notice it comes in at a red color or whatever color, and we're gonna change that. But for now, we're gonna just kind of pull this circle in and drag it off to the side, trying to remember that we're gonna have words over here. So we'll want it kind of big, but kind of not. Okay, maybe about there. And then we are going to do a circle frame. Now a frame and just a regular circle are a little bit different because the frame will take on the scrapbook paper or any picture that you want to put in it. It looks like this. It's got the scene with the clouds in the sky and the rolling hills at the bottom. That's the one you want to go for. Any of these will do. These just have more little edges and stuff around them, but we're making our own edge, so you don't need to worry about those. Okay, I'm going to bring this so that the purple box is touching the top and the left side of the red circle, and then I'm just going to drag this down until I have it about where I want it, and then we're going to go in here and wait for the little, what do you call that, little crosshatch is what I want to call it, but I don't know. The T. Anyway, that tells you that you are in the center of the one underneath. So we've got those centered together, and then we're going to come over to our uploads and we're going to put a cute pattern paper in here. I'm going to do the chevron. We're going to just drag that over and see how it clips right onto there, which is amazing. And then we're going to make another circle, a smaller one to go up in this top right corner of this circle. Now, you can either do it how we did this one, or you can even do a duplicate. So we're going to try duplicate, and we're going to make this smaller, and we will add a different paper to it. Okay, so let's say we want this blue polka dot paper on here. See how it clips? Isn't that the coolest thing? These polka dots are too small. So if you double click it, then take one of these corners and drag it, it'll get bigger. I want them to be pretty big. So we're going to go about like there and then click off. If you don't like it, you can double click it again and change it however you want. Okay, and then we are going to change this red circle. Now I didn't change it the first time because I didn't have these blue colors on the page yet, but you'll see that when I click on this, it's going to pick up all of the different colors that are on my page, which is amazing. We're going to pick up, let's just say this blue color here, and I like that. And now we're going to grunge up this middle circle, and we're going to grunge up the background paper. And to do that, you're going to go into Elements, and I've got it already here, but is what you're going to search for is just like a grunge square. And we are going to go see all and just pick. This one's going to be free. This one's not. So I'll do the free one for this one. So I clicked into it, and then we're going to drag out the corners. This one is not a complete square. And the thing with this is it doesn't have little boxes on the sides here, so you cannot drag it down. I'm going to show you a workaround. We're going to just pull this so that it matches the top and the bottom. And then we are going to change the color of this. So you're going to click the color. We're going to make it blue. And that blue is a little much. So is what we're going to do is pull down the transparency to be about like that. Okay. And then we're going to make a duplicate of this. So you can either click it and hit this button that's got the plus page, plus the element is really what that is, sorry, and make a duplicate. Or you can hold down your Alt key, click and drag, and that'll make a duplicate. See how we've got two of them now? And then we're going to line it up against the right side, and then we're going to crop it down so it's not dark on the top and bottom. We're just going to crop it. We're going to, whoops, maybe we're going to crop it. You need to hit the crop Gonna hit the crop thing. That's helpful. And then we're going to take these and we're going to come over here and drag it over here. We're going to actually pull it up so it's not on there. If you need to zoom in here a little bit and make it tighter, you can. And then let's see if we can, excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm making all the things. Try this again. Okay. Are we on the right one? I don't know what I even did. I need to back out to see what's happening here. Okay, we're going to do a crop. Make it smaller. Pull it up a little bit so it's not darker in the corners. Pull it down a little bit so it's not darker in the top. And then we're going to hit enter. And then we're going to go in here and zoom and see if it looks okay. And if it doesn't, this one looks okay. There's a little bit of a funky going right there, but it's okay. This one is covered or overlapped. You can decide, do you like that? It's going to bug me. So I'm going to hit crop again and I'm going to pull it down just about like so. And then let's go see, how does that look? Oh, I did it too much, so we're going to do it again. We're going to pull it up a little bit. And done. Oh my goodness, I am everywhere. Let's see. Pull that in and go up. Click off of it so you can see. Put it against the edge. It's not perfect, friends, but it'll be fine. Okay. Oh, I moved it. That's why it's funky junky. There, that's better. That's better. That's better. Okay, fantastic. Go back to your uploads. And, well, no, we got to grunge up this middle circle first. Okay, elements. We're going to look for a grunge circle this time. And, okay, these are paid. Let's try. I did one of these last time, but I'm going to try one of these that are free. Okay. And it can be recolored. So we're going to click on that black and pick the blue again. Or whatever color you want. You want to go pink? You can go pink. You want to go yellow? You can go yellow. Whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to do the blue. We'll just see. And I'm going to expand this. Let's back off a little so we can see what we're doing. Make this bigger. I feel like the circle is not a circle. It's a little bit wonky donkey. Let me see if I like this one. I'm going to change the opacity a little bit. It's okay. It's all right. I'm going to make it so it kind of hangs off the edge a little bit. Because it's just going onto the blue underneath it and you can't see that. But I want it to have kind of a feel of that we inked it up a little bit or brushed on some paint or something, right? We just scrunched it up a little. Okay, there's that. I can also show you this because this was kind of a fun one too. But like I say, this is a paid version. So you can do this one and you can change the color of it as well. Maybe we could even give it a different color. Oh, that's kind of cool effect. Look at that. I think I'm going to keep that. Okay, I need to have it so it's up against the edge on the top, up against the edge on the side, bottom. Now you'll notice it grunged up this blue one as well. It kind of looks cool, but I'm going to show you what you can do if you don't want it to be grunged up on the blue circle. So you're going to hit position and you're going to go to layers and we are going to drag. The top one is highlighted in purple that's showing you that it's the top layer. So we're going to drag this down and go under that blue spotted layer. And then you'll notice that the grunge is just behind it and not on the spotted layer. Kind of cool, huh? And if you want to have the painted layer, now the painted layer that we did is going to be on top of that pink. And I think that looks okay. I mean, that would make sense that we've got the splatters and then the paint on top. So we're going to leave it like that. Okay. Now we're going to come into our uploads and we're going to click on the umbrella and the summer vibes. We'll just pull them both in at the same time. And we're going to make them both a little bit smaller. So you can click on the umbrella with the shift key held down. That'll select both of them at the same time, and then you can make them smaller. And I want the summer vibes to be even smaller, more like that size. And I'm going to click both of them at the same time. Actually, I'm going to wait for a minute. Okay, we're going to go into elements one more time, and we're going to search for barbecue. Now, I got this idea to do this page on a scrapbook page or a scrapbook site I was at. We had a challenge where we had to do things that had to do with whatever June 27th was, what the day was. You know how some days are ice cream day or just fun days. Well, June 27th was when we had the class, so they did that as the challenge. And it was a sunglass day, onion day, Helen Keller day, and dream big day. And so they wanted us to come up with something fun that went with those things. So I got my sunglasses, and then I thought, well, sunglasses is kind of the beach, or we're having a barbecue outside. And so I could tie in the onion day with the sunglass and have a barbecue. So I searched for barbecue onion and I came up with the shish kebabs. So we're going to throw shish kebabs on there. And I came up with this barbecue. So we're going to throw all those on here. We're going to shrink them down as well. Make the barbecue about. Now I'm going to move these around, so don't panic that they're where they are right now. I'm just kind of keeping them together. We're going to click all 4 items and see if we can do this at the same time. I'm pretty sure we can. So you're going to go Shift, click, click, click. I need to get that back umbrella. Okay, now see how I've got purple boxes around all 4 items? Now we can do the same little edit on all of them, I think. Actually, you know what? It's not going to let me. I lied. Yep, you have to do them individually. Okay. Darn it. We're going to do edit. We're just going to click one of these and do edit. And we're going to go in here and we're going to put a offset on these. They don't have it listed as an offset, so you have to, the workaround is go into shadows and you're going to do outline. It's going to come in black, but we can change that. So we're going to scroll all the way down and hit the black button of the color and drag this one up to the top. So it's got the color number of all Fs. And then we can change the size of that to, let's say about there. So it kind of looks like a sticker, right? And then we're going to do the same thing to the umbrella. Oh, I didn't even need to hit edit. I forget. We're going to do shadows, outline. Click the black to change to white. Change the size of this to be about like so. And then we're going to move that over here. And then we're going to click the barbecue and do the same thing. Outline, black to white, and change the size. And I'm just eyeballing it, you guys. I'm not too worried about it. And then the skewers, we're going to do the same thing. Outline, black to white, or whatever color you want to make it. And make that offset about like so. Now, I want this umbrella off kind of at an angle. Now, what does that do to the ground underneath it? It makes it ski-wompish. So to get rid of that, all you have to do is click the thing so it's all highlighted. Take this bottom and just pull it up. And ta-da! The ground is gone. And then we're going to take our barbecue, pull it up here. We're going to take the skewers, we're going to turn them so they look cute and tuck them back behind the barbecue. Now, if they were coming in on top of the barbecue, all you need to do is go into position and go to your layers panel and move them underneath the barbecue. Okay, but right now they look great. And then we're going to come over to the summer vibes and give it kind of a little tilt because I kind of like the tilts. All right. I'm going to actually move these over just a little bit. Now, the reason I put this blue paper here, the smaller blue circle, was these were getting lost in this cute chevron paper. So I'm like, I need to just have these pop out a little bit more. So I made this smaller circle. Okay, I'm just going to kind of arrange these how I want them. And I'll probably change them again. But for now, we'll go with that. And then I'm going to add the text. We're going to hit the text bar. You can choose any of these texts, or you can just say add a text box. We can do the heading to make it a little bigger. And then go into Canvas Sans, click that, and then you can see all of these fun things that they've got. I use the Playwright US Traditional. And we're going to, since this is all highlighted, all I have to do is type it. So I'm going to say, fun in the sun. And I don't like it black, so I'm going to do Control A to select everything and click the A with the color, and we're going to do white so it kind of stands out. And then we're also going to give it an effect by clicking Effects, and then we're going to come down here and do Curve. And I want to move this. I kind of want, see how that has the circle that shows you the curve that we're on? I kind of want it to be the same size as this turquoise circle. So if you want to put it over this, you can. And then we're going to just kind of drag this circle to be about the same size. And then we're going to click off of it so we can see what the curve looks like. And we're going to take this over here, the rotate, and we're going to rotate this. And then we are going to move it over here. I don't like how the sun is clear up there, so I'm going to rotate it a little bit more. And we're going to pull it over a little bit more. I kind of want the sun not to be going into the blue like it is, so I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger circle. Let's see. Well, what do we do? Click, drag one of the corners. Okay. I like that. And I need to rotate it a little more. Just keep playing with it till it's where you want it to be. Okay, I'm kind of looking like under the letters, are they working? The sun just seems to be a little bit tighter to the bottom circle, and that's okay. I think I'm going to move the umbrella down a little bit so it's not covering up that sun, and then move the barbecue. See how the umbrella's kind of poking through like that? That bugs me, so I'm going to pull this down. Okay, to cover that up. All right, that looks great. And We're going to move this summer vibes maybe right there so it's not touching. Can't have things touching sometimes. Okay, now we just need a place to put our pictures. So come back to elements on the left. We're going to X out of the barbecue onion and we're going to do a shape. You're going to search for just a square. I've got it down here already, but I'm just going to show you a square. And you're going to click this square shape. Sometimes shapes come in and they don't have these handles on them. So look for the square that's got the handles. It makes it so much easier. Now this came in as red. I don't know why, but it did. Sometimes they come in black, maybe because I made something red and so it just remembers what I did. But we are going to change that. So click on the red up at the top and then we're going to choose a color. I'm going to do a pink. Let's just kind of click on these pinks, see what we like. Maybe that one. That's kind of cute. And then you can go to position. And instead of being in the layers panel, you want to be in the arrange. And come down here and we're going to make it 6 inches wide and 4 inches high. Okay. And then we are going to go back to elements and we're going to search for a square frame. Why do we need a frame? Because a frame is where we can put a picture or a scrapbook page, and that's what we want to do. So I'm going to click on this one. We're going to change it to position, and we're going to make this about 1/2 inch. No, let's do 1/4 inch smaller than the pink one. So we're going to go, we had it 6 inches, so we're going to do 5.75. And then hit tab to get to the height and do Control A to click it all and do 3.75. And how this one's highlighted, you can hold Shift, click the pink one, and we can go center on the left, center middle. And then that has it all centered together. Now, don't worry where it's falling on the page yet. We will deal with that in a minute, okay? Now we're going to go into our uploads and we're going to give it a cute little texture. So I think I like the scalloped page. Drag that in there. If you notice when I was bringing this over here, it will clip into whatever it can clip into. It can clip into the background. It can clip into these shapes. But anyway, you want it to clip into that one. Okay. And if you look at that and think, oh, it's too small, double click it and you can make it bigger like so. Okay. That's kind of cute. If you don't like it, or if you want to try something else, See if you like that. That's kind of cute actually. Or see if you like that. There's so many fun things you could do, right? You could do squiggles. I think that's too much pink on pink. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the scallops and make them a little bigger. Okay. And then I want one more square on top. And I'm just going to take the pink one if I can get to it. Let's see. We're going to go to Position, Layers, and click the pink square so it's highlighted. And I'm going to hit this duplicate button. It's going to duplicate the pink one for me. And I'm going to change the size of it. So I'll go back over to Arrange. And we're going to make this, let's see, 5.25 wide and 3.25 high. So it's a little bit smaller so that you can see that cute little scallop paper in there. Now notice when I move this around, it snaps to whatever I'm on and shows you squares. and that'll show you that you're in the center. And if you're not sure, you can highlight all of these things that you want centered and hit the center and middle. Okay. I don't want this to be pink. I want to change it to the blue. I am a turquoise kind of girl. I love turquoise. It's just so cute. So I think that looks pretty darn good. Click off and you can see how that looks. That's so cute. I kind of think the pink might be a little too soft. I might make it a little darker. What do you think? Oh, yellow is kind of fun too. I think I'm going to go the dark pink. Okay. Now I'm going to select all 3 layers. So the outside one is selected. I'm going to shift click, scallop, shift click the turquoise, and then I'm going to group these together. And then when I move it, it moves all 3 layers instead of one at a time. And then if you will click Alt and then left click and drag, it'll duplicate that whole thing for you, which is so cool. I need to make this a little smaller so we can see what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to turn this one a little bit wonky. Remember the rotate thing right there? We're going to put this maybe up here a little bit. And then we're going to take the bottom one, rotate it a little bit off kilter that way. Come over here. And then it's bugging me that the barbecue is back behind everything. I want it to be on top of my picture, and we'll see what that looks like. So position, and we're going to go to layers again and bring this layer barbecue. Nope. We're going to actually click the frame and bring it underneath the barbecue. Oh, it's on top of the umbrella. I'm going to just pull it down. Oh, I'm pulling the wrong one down. Excuse me. Pull this down over like so. I feel like these are a little bit too much on this picture, so I'm going to pull them over a little. Maybe make this a little bit smaller, scoot it over a little bit. What do you think? Kind of cute, huh? You can kind of finesse this all you want, you know? Get it where you want it. I've got my snapping on, so it's kind of snapping to everything. Sometimes it's really hard to move it. So sometimes if you just use your arrow keys, it'll help a little with moving those fine finessing moves that you need to do. I still don't like that umbrella underneath, so I'm going to position. Probably doesn't matter because the umbrella is back there, but let me see what this looks like if I drag this photo frame under the umbrella. Let's see. And then click off of it so this things will not be turned on. You can see it better. That looks pretty good. Okay, I think we are about ready. I wanted to let you know that when you put these offsets on the pictures, you can't go in and do a drop shadow because the offset is the drop shadow. So I haven't quite figured out a workaround around that. But like the pink one and this blue one here, you could do an offset, not an offset, but a drop shadow on those. Let me show you if you would like to do something like that. It's kind of like doing the offset, but we're going to go edit. Edit. Why is it showing me a bunch of squares? What are we doing? Let me see. Oh, no, it's edit. Maybe I can't do an edit on a shape. Maybe I'm learning and still trying to figure everything out. So maybe I can't do the shape. Never mind. I thought we could, but it's not looking like we can. Anyway, if any of you know how to do that, let me know. I don't know why that's, maybe because I have it grouped. Let me see if I ungroup it, if that will make a difference. Okay, click, 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 click. Where's ungroup? There it is. Okay, now let's do the pink layer. Edit is still showing me those. I don't know. Okay, never mind. I think we are done then. You can download this. You hit the share button and hit download. You can download it as a PNG, as big as you want it. And then you hit download. You can download it as a JPEG or a PDF print. If I was to send this to, say, like Shutterfly or something, I would want to do a PDF print and save it as a flattened PDF. And I would do it in CMYK for professional printing. And just download. You don't have to flatten it. I think flattening it makes it a little less of a humongous file. And then just download. And then that will download to wherever you want to keep it. And then you can add your pictures in. I didn't add pictures in tonight because of, you don't need to see my kids, right? But if you wanted to add pictures in here, I don't know if it's going to let me while I'm downloading. You do the same thing as we did with these frames. So you're going to go in here and search for a square frame. Oops. What in the world? Where did that come from? I must have clicked something that I didn't need to. Delete that. We're going to go to square. Oh, that's going to save. Okay, is that where I want it? Yes, that's where I want it. Okay, we're going to go to Elements, Square Frame, download the frame. And you can do this before we rotated these and everything. And you can make this however big you want it. And then add your kids' pictures or whatever pictures you want to put in there on top. And position this underneath down here. And we can duplicate it. Anyway, I would probably make this before we duplicated everything. Sorry, I didn't think about putting that in there. And then let's just say we want to throw this picture in here. Okay, and it'll clip right into there, and you've got your pictures ready to go. And you can do the same thing down here, and then you've got your scrapbook page. All right, I think we are done. I appreciate you guys coming along, and I hope you have a great day. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to link the Creative Fabrica's different files that I used if you want to use those as well. And if you have questions, just please let me know. Drop a comment and like and subscribe. All right. Thanks, ladies and gents. Have a great day. Bye-bye.